We're live. If anybody cares. There we go. Is that loud? Daniel Adami. Man, you must be like, here's Daniel Adami. He's like, once this goes off, man, I'm gonna. Oh, Steve's live. Bing! Bing!
You're just jealous of his cat like 3 foot.
I ain't jealous of anybody. Oh, let's see. Thomas Wilson, Big Rich. Yo, Big Rich. Are you still in Hurricane Land? Nittany Lion, Jeff Baird, Harold Huffman. He was hoping I was coming on tonight. Well, I got nothing to talk about. So, end of the live feed. We're done. No. Always got something to talk about. First and foremost, my truck is done. Want to know what they did? All right, here we go. They replaced my NOx sensor. Now, the parts was $572. And the labor was $680. You gotta love these new trucks. You gotta love them. I am on the wrong side of the steering wheel sometimes, right? Oh, let's see. Stu Manchu, Big Rich. I just spent $900 to fix this APU. Thermal King. Thomas Wilson, you're headed to Charlotte. Good luck. Easy and Sons, what's up? Scott. Jason Perry. Pale Rider, how's it going? Hitchcock Transport, how are you? AKA CPAP, AKA The Machine. All right, so let's see. Probably want to talk about. I was hoping TJ Jones would pop in here because he called me out. Getting tired of these YouTubers calling me out. No, I'm just kidding, TJ. Whenever we go to watch this. So, for those of you who don't know, the D-Raj Challenge. Okay? There's a YouTuber. I have no idea who he is. His name is D-Raj. And he put out a challenge for other YouTubers to talk good about other YouTubers in the trucking world. And you're supposed to say something good and then call out other YouTubers for them to do the same thing. And thus, kind of like the Ice Bucket Challenge, right? And if you type in hashtag D-Raj, there's a lot of YouTubers I've never heard of, which is fine. I just discovered, trying to remember who it was. Just discovered a YouTuber based off of Christian Trucker's recommendation. Let me see here. See if I can't find this dude. So bear with me a second. Let's go to my history. Daniel McCarthy. So, Christian Trucker likes the dude. Christian Trucker's got good taste in YouTube truckers that he watches. Talk to him. Man, I've talked to a lot of people today. Normally I'm at home. I don't talk to too many people, but I talked to Jeff. It wasn't even business related. We were just shooting the breeze there. I talked to Big Rig CEO, James. I talked to Roscoe, James. I talked to Harold. I talked to Steve Berger. I talked to Gary Compton. I talked to Big Yeti Transportation. Who else did I talk to? Oh, David Bentley. I think that's it. And there's one point where I was on the phone with 3 people, and then 2 other people, and then of course Kenworth called. You know, Kenworth didn't get to me till like noon today, and at about 1 o'clock they called and said, "Yeah, it's a NOx sensor, we think, but we're going to do this, this, and this, and test it." They test drove the truck, and they really test drove. It's like 40 miles on the odometer there, and said everything was fine. So here's what they did. They troubleshot the codes, removed and replaced NOx sensor, cleared faults, started regen, unit performed successful regen with no faults returning, test drove truck, no issues, came back, parked truck. So now Thomas Wilson says it's easy to replace that. I don't even know where the NOx sensor is, my friend. Oh, Big Rich, I call you more than that. I talked to you yesterday, Big Rich, while I was sitting there in the parking lot. I got a little bit of sunburn from hanging out in the parking lot there at MHC Kenworth. I was talking to James Bradley. I met him yesterday. He actually drove a Freightliner onto a Kenworth dealership, and we chatted for like, I think it was like 2 hours, and we were out in the sun. So I got a little bit of sunburn. And then right after that, I talked to Big Rich. We were talking about, you know, food stuff and stuff like that. Oh, man. So Scott says just a few dollars more than yours. I thought you had to say something good about a tuber you don't like and then call out someone. What does the senior do when it works? Yeah, that's what I thought, Benjamin. See, that's the thing, man. TJ Jones said you just have to call out 3 YouTubers and they're supposed to say something good. But but yet other people have done it for people that they don't like. And so I was kind of confused on the whole situation. I wish TJ would come in here and kind of clarify that. There he is. Shadow Wolf, what's up? Logic Neo. Pale Rider, I call you. I've called you on my day off, dude. And what if you don't have any friends, Jeff? I've got friends, I think. I don't know. But anyways. So TJ, am I supposed to say something good about somebody I don't like? Or just say something good about another YouTuber? Hitchcock says, I don't want people calling me, but they still do. All right, so if anybody's watching this, anybody who has CPAP's phone number, don't call him. He doesn't want to talk to you. There you go, CPAP. Hopefully we solved your little problem there. Logic Neo hint, mine will be on Nesbit. Have you guys heard of Indiana Jack? Ask me. Tell me. Have you guys heard of Indiana Jack? Let's take a look at Indiana Jack here. Indiana Jack has over 56,494 subscribers. Okay. Let's look at his videos here. His videos get an average of 10 to 20,000 views. Avocado Trucker, 30,000 views. Laredo, 32,000 views. Going Down the Grapevine, 25,000 views. Great American Truck Show, 12,000 views. And why is Great American Truck Show probably lower than everybody else? Because everybody was sick about hearing about it. Mike Gatz videos never do well, even though they're the most entertaining. The Demise of Old Red, 85,000 views, okay? Do you see Indiana Jack doing live feeds? Do you see Indiana Jack in live chats? Do you see Indiana Jack talking about all the issues in the trucking world? He basically goes about his day, puts it all together in a nice edited package, and his videos are like 18, 20-minute long, 33-minute long. Here's one, 33 minutes long, 34,000 views. Indiana Jack's first Uber load, 50,000 views. And there are many other YouTubers just like him. I'm going to give you guys a little secret, okay? Shh, don't tell anybody. Before I do that, though, I'm going to read these comments. Let's see. We got Taz, Sergeant Ringo, what's up? Trucker Daddy, a.k.a. John of Quebec. Let's see. Only heard of him from Pale Rider and Little Dog, says Mike Miller. Shadow Wolf, I don't have any friends. Don't need anyone. No one calls unless they want something or bad news. Really, no one loves me. I don't care. My dog does. The hell with the rest. Shadow Wolf, you're silly. All right, so people subscribe to your channel for two reasons, okay? Or three. I'm going to give it three, okay? One, they want to follow a storyline, whether it be good, bad, positive, negative, doesn't matter. They want to follow a storyline. That's why TV shows like Ice Road Truckers or any of these reality shows, or I'm sorry, reality shows, you know, everybody gripes about reality shows on TV, but yet they still put them up there, so somebody's watching them, or else they wouldn't put them up there. Follow the money, right? So that's one reason, okay? Two is they genuinely like the person in the videos, okay? Number three, they put out great informative content. There are people that I on, but put out good information. Now, if you have, say, 20,000 subscribers, but your videos are only getting about 1,000 views average, you got to take that percentage. You know, and normally 10% is what you're going to get. So, for example, my videos usually average about 200 or 300 views, unless it's a hot topic or something else. And I've got 2,900 subscribers, right? Shadow Wolf says, "Oh, I forgot. I hardly got any subs. Mine are real and solid." I don't even know how many subs, Shadow Wolf. You got your channel set up where I can't see how many subs you have. I don't know if that's on purpose, but you know, and I believe there's some really good channels that have very little subs, and there's some horrible channels that have a lot of subs. Okay. The bottom line is you do you. Okay. And TJ Jones seems like a pretty cool dude. And I felt bad that I hadn't done the D-Raj challenge yet. Okay. And he just put up a video kind of complaining about it. And I mentioned this in one of my other live feeds, but here's the thing, man. I always try to promote other channels as much as I can. So if the D-Rod challenge is officially to promote a channel you don't like, okay, all right, to say something good about a channel you don't like, well, now what happens is I put it out there that I don't like this particular channel. Do you see the problem with that? If I sit there and say, okay, I got to do a comment about somebody I don't like, but it's a positive comment, now you know who I don't like. Isn't that weird? So here's what I do, okay? I try to put out positivity out here, okay? Am I perfect at it? No. Have I talked about a few controversial things? Yes. The only other YouTuber I've ever gone against was Trucker's Coach. And that was like about a year ago. And it was over some Snyder stuff. I didn't put his name in the title. We had our discussion. And since then, we're good. I've talked to him on the phone with Jeff. And then I've also met him in person at GATS. And we're okay. But I'm not going to put it out there. If the D-Rod challenge is to talk about a YouTuber you don't like, I'm not going to put out there who I don't like, because that puts out negative energy. But if the D-Rod challenge is just to talk good about other YouTubers, I do that every single time I'm live. You know, we've got everybody in here. We got Harold, Shadow Wolf, McGee Films, CPAP. You know, we got Big Rig CEO. You know, You Be the Driver. Daniel Adami. You know, Pale Rider. I mean, you guys know who I like, right? Christian Trucker. Life is Good. You know, that's the name of the channel. Is Life is Good. And that's the message I'm putting out there. And you know, and I see what TJ's doing, and I love him for it. However, it challenges, it shouldn't be a challenge. Okay. It should not be a challenge to talk good about other YouTube channels. It shouldn't be a challenge out there. It should be just something that we do to support each other. There was a certain YouTuber that went after me because I didn't do what they wanted, and people came to my defense because I wasn't able to defend myself. And I love that about the community that we have. Why does it have to be a challenge, an effort to talk good about other YouTubers? Why is that? If there are people that, you know, from what I gather from the miss little bit of information, is that the D-Rod challenge was first brought up because there are people that have negative views on YouTube truckers. I saw a t-shirt made that says, "I am not a YouTube trucker, but a trucker that does YouTube." And I forget who had that. I've seen that t-shirt. It's at the TA there in Forestdale, Missouri. And the way some people carry on, I could see that. You know, I remember talking to a guy at a truck stop a couple years ago. Told him I was on YouTube, and he's like, "Psh, you guys need to just shut up and drive." You know, how many of you all heard that? You know, Arturo's World, I believe he's doing it because there's a lot of negativity in our industry, especially between trucking channels. Right, and I agree with that. But that's the sadness of the situation. If it's a challenge to talk good about other YouTubers, why is that a challenge? Just just, you know, stay in your lane and do what you do and talk about the things that you're passionate about, you know. And if people genuinely like you or your message, then, you know, you know, there's a lot of negative channels out there. Okay. There's one particular person that has said some really bad stuff about, you know, some friends of mine. And I went and checked out this person's channel. He's only got like 500 or 600 subscribers. And I'm like, oh, I remember this dude. And I had subscribed to him like 2 years ago, and I just got tired of his negativity. And, you know, and I firmly believe in the laws of attraction. I firmly believe that you get back what you put out there. And if you're always stirring the pot, if you're always getting involved in everybody's business and trying to make it worse, you just want to watch the world burn, you know, leave me out of it. And now, is it all entertaining? Yeah. It's been very entertaining. So in my private phone calls, we talk, oh, yeah, so-and-so, yeah, that's funny, that was funny, this, that, and the other. And sometimes it becomes so outrageous. It's almost like there's a certain group of people that want to try out for a reality trucking show, right? And I get it, man, you know, because sometimes you do a live feed talking about something, you get so many people in your chat, and sometimes you talk about something else and you get nobody. That happened Friday night. Friday night, we were talking about one thing. I had 150 people in here. Started talking about rates and owner-operator stuff. I had 40. And that's fine. I'm happy with either number. Because, you know, I have a CB radio video that's got over 100,000 views. I believe it's 100,000. Do I have 100,000 subscribers? No. So out there are 98,000 people that saw my video that did not subscribe, that did not click the bell. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Obviously, there was some aspect of me that they didn't like, some aspect of my channel that they weren't interested in, and that doesn't bother me. And as far as the YouTube trends go, I try not to join in on them. And maybe that's why I've only got 2,900 subscribers. But I'm okay with that, because you know why? In the grand scheme of things, it's just YouTube. That's it. I'm not getting rich. I'm not sitting there begging you to, hey, let's get up to so many subs. Okay? It's taken me 4 years to get to the point I'm at. Well, longer if you count my old channel. 4 years. And I'm okay with it. And so TJ Jones, I talk good about YouTubers a lot in my channel. I've done 2 videos specifically in the last month promoting 2 other channels. And there's going to get ready to be a 3rd one if the person makes his first channel. And so if I could, I'm asking your permission, can that be my D-Rod challenge? Because I'm not going to sit there and say something positive about somebody I don't like. Because number one, if there's somebody I don't like, I don't watch them. I don't subscribe to them. Plain and simple. But number 2, I don't want to put it out there like, oh, by the way, I need to say something nice about somebody I don't like. That doesn't put out positivity. That just tells you, the viewers, of who I don't like. And I don't like doing that. Dow Brothers, been thinking about starting a channel for 2 years now. Just don't want all the rhetoric. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Dow Brothers. I've met you in person. You were extremely generous at Gats. You were extremely cool to hang out with. If you just be you on the channel, you will get subs, you will get likes, and and you'll have fun. That's the thing, guys. YouTube shouldn't be a job. It shouldn't be something you. Oh God, I gotta put my video together. If it is, do something different. I do this for fun. I do this. There's a level of narcissism here of what makes a man go, I'm going to talk to 60 people. It's all about me, bro. So there's a little bit of narcissism in there too. But I enjoy the conversation. Where else can I chat with 63 people at once? Right? Harold. And I'll go through the comments. I'm just catching some as it's going on. And, take Burger. He's done some really good videos, right? But the whole thing that's been going on lately has kind of given him the distaste for YouTube. So sometimes this negativity keeps good content creators from putting something out. And to me, that's the huge tragedy there. And but here's the tip for the newer YouTubers. Okay, I'm not an expert. I don't have any kind of seniority. Here's how I did. My first channel was trying to emanate what like Tex Crowley and Trucker Steve did. Okay, and at that time, those were the main YouTubers I watched. I didn't spend a whole lot of time watching YouTube videos back then, but I wanted to do driving down the road music videos, right? And then a couple of funny things, that kind of thing. It was more of a creative outlet, right? But when I decided to become an owner-operator, I thought, you know what? A month into it, I was like, I think I'm going to start doing videos, because no one was doing videos about Landstar at all. At that time, nobody. And, well, I take that back. There was Serge. I can't pronounce his last name, but he was sporadic. And then there was Dion Ward, but he kept leaving Landstar and coming back and all that. So I was the only one. And so when you typed in Landstar, my videos came up, and that's how I built my subs. And all it was me and my phone. Even my first video, I had my phone like that. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I did a load and made this and did that. And that was it. That's all I did. But I started to tell stories, and people genuinely like my stories. The whole point of this is when you want to start a channel, whether you're talking live like this or talking to the camera for five or 10 minutes like what Big Rig CEO does, or if you're doing the music creative style like what I do sometimes and Ike Stevens does sometimes, and Lil Dog and Pale Rider, or Indiana Jack, whether you do, just be you. And if you're a negative person, be funny about it at least, and like Life Like I, hey Deborah, I hope you're feeling better. And you watch her and Dre, and it's fun to watch. Trucking Review Channel, they're fun to watch together. It makes you, it puts a smile on your face when you watch them. We need more people like that. I could sit here and tell you numbers and strategies and all this about the spot market and owner operating stuff, but I'm learning myself. So, and yeah, I've been doing this 4 years and I'm still learning. And my thing is like, you learn from my mistakes, or this is what you got to look forward to on this, And that's fine, but for the company drivers that have no interest in being an operator, that kind of shuts them out. So I have my other content, and I do it for the love of it. I love metal music, so I try to use good music, good songs, put together some driving footage, and and that's it. If you like it, fine. If you don't, that's fine. Before I changed my number, there was this guy that was texting me because he hated my videos. He hated me. I have an idea who it was, but, change the number and take care of that. So, but it didn't bother me. I laughed. And just like I laugh at some of the absurdity that I watch, you know, there are people that call me and they're like, "Oh, Steve, I totally hate this guy." Raw. And I'm like, then why are you watching? It's like, I've never heard anything good about the Kardashians on TV, but am I watching their show? No. And in the YouTube universe, man, we're so insignificant. There are so many people that do these that have millions of subscribers. They don't have to work for a living. And they're hated, but they're making money. And I get that. So the gist of it is just be yourself. And if people like you as a person, they will subscribe, they will watch your videos. Okay? If you support other channels, you do it during the live feeds, you get in other people's live feeds and create positive comments in the chat, you know, and then click on these different people. And like I said, you know, I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, that channel looks interesting, or that person looks interesting. So I click on it, boom, there's, you know, there it is. So, you know, but let's go over some comments here, because that's the other thing. There are people that go live that don't read the comments. So, like, there are people that say, oh, I'm about this, that, or the other. And then when you go to ask them a question, they don't see it. And, you know, it makes a person, you know. So, all right. Okay. I'm good at talking to myself, so I'm thinking of getting camera to do driving vlogs so I can at least have an excuse for talking to myself. There you go, Harold. That's the thing, man. This is a hobby, and you know, you go, like, for me, I went from talking videos to doing some driving stuff again. Make trucking videos great again. You miss Allie Knight. I never watched Allie Knight. I heard her talked about in a lot of circles, but you know, Daniel McCarthy has good channel. He has a new 389. Yeah, I just started watching him. Big Getty says, I know it's all my fault. Ike Stevens says, I remember your first videos. Your content is more for live videos. You talk about me or Big Yeti? Pappy Whamma Jamma. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. Life is way too short. Now, Pappy, he had an excellent Periscope channel. He was always giving us hell in our Periscope group, and it was funny. He made some really good parodies. Steve Berger says more growling. The only good about Kardashian watching them walk away. Clyde. You know, and I've met some really good people through YouTube, and Clyde's among that group. There's a lot of guys at Schneider that are still killing it over there that I talk to on a regular basis. I like Trucker Jim's video. Says Ike, for some reason, he flies on the radar. Not many mention him. But I think he's got a pretty good following, though, Ike. I remember when Pappy showed Jeff snowmobiling. Yeah, I remember Pappy did a parody of I did Periscope. My nose is like beet red because I had a cold. And so he did something. It was hilarious. So Big Rig Videos is a good channel. Yes, Tex Crowley, excellent content. Tex Crowley is a filmmaker. If there's anybody deserves 50,000 subscribers, it's that dude right there. So, anyways, guys, my dinner's ready and truck's fixed. So hopefully we'll find something we want to do tomorrow, and we're out of here. So I appreciate it, TJ. I hope that'll do. And guys, support each other in a positive way. Subscribe to all these down there. If you're watching on your phone, that chat right there. Check out everybody else's channel, and and let's put the positive content out there. So maybe, just maybe, there's a few people out there that may not care if you're a YouTube trucker or not. So, anyways, guys, take it easy, and we're out of here. Later.